Back in this thing again, man. We got okay. I see Hurricane in this thing. I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if anybody shows up, and then we'll get to talking. Maybe nobody shows up at all. Who knows? I'm just gonna be in here talking to myself, reacting. Cut some of this trash music on real fast. Trash music. Get all in the groove with that. Okay, we got somebody in here. Who it is? What we found? All right, y'all. So y'all see whoever this one person is. I don't know who it is, if it's Hurricane or not. But yeah, man. Y'all see what the title of the live is. Ungrateful illegals are getting tricked on while Americans struggle, especially Black Americans. What's going on, Hurricane, man? It's good to see you back in this thing, man. I feel like I ain't seen you in a couple of weeks or so. I don't know. But yeah, man. You see what the title is. And the first video on the docket is the Black community needs to hear this. This is about this dude named Big Herc. He runs like a prison channel, but I guess lately he's been kind of talking about he's been on his FBA grift. I don't know if we call it a grift or not, but he's been more so speaking about Black issues and stuff. And maybe he kind of has like a Cooney point of view, maybe he doesn't. But we'll go ahead and check him out.
Positivity, motivation. Never settle for average. Go to bigherc916.com, pick up some merch, holler at him if you're looking to get some artwork done, or pick you up a bar of soap and wash your.
Oh man, okay, Hurricane, take you a break. Okay, you must have had them girls going in them DMs hard on you. You had to take a break. It was getting so bad, huh? Them girls on you on the DMs. What's going on, Imposo V? What's up with you? Good to have you in here. But let's check it out.
Her ass. Because ain't nothing worse than smelling like boo-boo. And Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Treat your loved one as something special and purchase them some soap. And happy.
That would be ugly. Your girlfriend buy you some soap, or whoever the hell you was messing with buy you some soap because you done messed with them a couple of times. They're like, oh, he stank. They bought you some soap.
Black History Month. Yeah, we still dedicating a month to Black history rather than every day to Black history, because that's what the people wanted. They want to feel special for a month. But other than the month, it's not Black history. But every day I go to a stoplight, that's Black history. Do you know that a Black man came up with the stoplight?
Oh, I know all about it, man. Like I told y'all before, that was my Black History program, Black History report go-to. I got 100 every time I did it. Garrett Morgan, man. Traffic light and the gas mask, man. What's going on? Conscious ether. That hey, it's definitely a prison thing, because this dude is definitely a prison channel. I guess like that's what he talked about before. Like I guess trying to stop people from going, so he would always talk about it. What's going on, Forrest? Good to have you in here. But let's get it.
Do you know that a Black man invented the gas mask? One of the first successful people who did open heart surgery was a Black man. Black men were very instrumental in the first automobile, the first airplane.
What's good?
There's a lot of stuff that Black people have done that doesn't need to be limited to just a month. But one thing that needs to be spoken on is the Black politicians blaming these companies and their bottom line for leaving these crime-infested neighborhoods.
Another pharmacy in the Massachusetts 7th. This closure is a part of a larger trend of abandoning low-income communities. These closures are not arbitrary and they are not innocent. They are life-threatening acts of racial and economic discrimination. That is why I joined with Senator Markey and Warren to demand answers from Walgreens CEO. Why was there no community input, no adequate notice to customers, and no transition resources to prevent gaps in healthcare? Shame on you, Walgreens. Having a website with talking points about health equity and underserved communities is not enough. Walgreens is a multi-billion-dollar corporation that needs to put their money where their mouth is and stop divesting.
Woman speak, this Black woman speak. And she's talking about that they make enough money to where they should not have to worry about crime because they're a billion-dollar company, multi-million-dollar company.
Is Ayanna Presley, is she like a good politician? I doubt she is, but I feel like I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. Does anybody know anything about her? She be running around here kind of cooning or buffooning or what?
How about you address the crime? How about you tell the people who are stealing to stop stealing? How about you throw in some accountability? This blind eye that the Black community has been paid to endorse is destroying the Black community. People like this woman are a detriment to the elevation of conscience among Black people in the Black community because they're not addressing the real root cause of the crime in the community. It could be a Black grocery store. It could be a Black business. It's still getting robbed because there's no consequence. And the consequence, for one, but for two, the moral standards. You have money in your pocket, you got Jordans, you got a $1,500, $2,000 Apple phone in your pocket, but you want to go and steal. You got on some whatever.
Oh, she's on the side of the immigrants. I can't rock with her at all, man. I'm sorry. I mean, the illegal immigrants, for anybody who might just be an immigrant here. We talking about the illegals.
I don't know what kind of group you're on, Snapchat, Telegram, WhatsApp group. You decide to meet up 30, 40 you guys and rob this place together. If you can do that, you could get together to invest 30 you guys, put in $100 each. You can start a business. You don't have to rob and steal. And, you know, you think it's innocent because, oh man, it's only, you know, we're only stealing a little bit, but then all this stuff is getting resold. It's making consumer products for everybody else go up in price. It's creating these food deserts in these communities because now you have to travel an extra 30 minutes, maybe an hour to go get the same food that you could have maybe walked down the street to get. Is creating just a low vibration among.
I mean, but if they're not giving us the same credit cards that they're giving migrants when they put the stores in our neighborhoods, and I mean, you know, what are we gonna do? You know, what's somebody gonna do when they ain't got no food and they desperate? You know, you ain't ate in about 3 days. What are these people gonna do? I mean, I'm not condoning or anything like that. I'm just I can understand a little bit, but at the same time, she'll probably get a job and all that kind of stuff. But it's like they just I don't know. They haven't done anything to like repair the Black community. They're so busy trying to get these illegals in here. It's really making me angry. This whole situation really pisses me off. It really does. I remember like living in Summerhill before they kind of had to, you know, before they got all the stores and all that over there. You had to travel. Yeah, you had to have you a car if you wanted to go to the store and all that. I ain't gonna lie. I used to steal from the Kroger because I ain't had no food. I was hungry, so I had to do it. But let's get it.
In the community because of the animosity between those who are actually still paying and those who are stealing, and it's just creating more divide even among the Black community. If you are standing in line and you see somebody running out with 3 or 4 boxes of Nikes or a rack of clothing, but yet you still have the capacity to pay, there's no excuse. They're not stealing the Nikes because they have to go and put food on the table. That's bullshit. These people.
Hurricane, we haven't gotten our wave of illegals yet, but based off of, you know, the way they got, it's like kind of fun. They basically got a loophole. They go to New York. They say, I don't like it here. I don't have a job here. I don't like it here. I want to find a gringa. And where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? They be like, yeah, I go to Georgia. Or they go to, you know, they can basically just go to any old state they want to go. But we don't have like a wave of illegals here, and it wouldn't work here either. They'd be so out of place. They would have to be in like Gwinnett or Beaufort Highway or something like that. There's no way that they could put them in the city of Atlanta without, without it going down. It would go down. But let's get it.
People are not starving. They're not starving like they claim to be. And if you are, go down to the border, leave your ID somewhere, come back, say that you're from Nigeria, you're from Ghana, and get you a debit card. You're smart enough to steal and create a eBay.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm right around the corner from doing that, bro. I got down, pulled down to Texas, pulled down to the border, sneak back in through the little razor wire, bro. My name is Manny Flores, goddamn, and I just happen to be an Afro Latino from Venezuela, but Afro Latino, not Latino. Yeah, they go about yes. This one guy, he came in, he had dreads, he was he looked so different. Wow. He looks so different. Yeah, and I get my little $1,000 a month and my little $9,000 to pay for rent. I get me a little fake family and all that kind of stuff. Well, old girl, what's the girl name from Venezuela? Virginia Sainthouse. Yeah. And I'm living on Easy Street.
Store and flip shoes and flip all this other stuff. Go down and act like you came from the border, man, and go get you a goddamn free credit card. I'm not saying that that's a solution, because I'm not telling you to commit more crime, but they say it's legal for them to get free shit. Why don't you pressure your community leaders to give you?
Man, I could only imagine Prince of Poverty, man. It's got to be horrible for y'all, man. What part of Texas do you live in?
You an opportunity with some type of programs in the neighborhood. If they got it for the legal, they got it for the Black community.
Right.
Where's the Black community's help? I mean, you got people right now who are talking about they want your vote, but you're living in a crime-infested, no food having, stealing, fatherless, multiple drug-infested, gun-infested environment, and you're not saying shit. But you're crying because Walmart is moved out. You guys stole all the meat out of there. Home Depot had to lock up all the tools. They're embracing that. You're embracing a neighborhood that ain't got.
Yeah, bro, she sounded like Brit Lady. Y'all remember when Brit Lady was like, "Yeah, Black people scam. Yeah, we like scamming." Like that's exactly what that little Ayanna Presley lady was sounding like. He's right. She's kind of like on like an enabling thing, like embracing that bullshit. But at the same time, all you guys have to do is do the same bullshit you guys are doing for the illegals. Where really you guys shouldn't send the illegals back and then come back and do all that stuff for Black people. I think you know what kills me about this whole $1,000 a month for each illegal. Like they could easily, like this whole situation lets me know that not even just for Black people, but they could easily lighten the load for just the everyday American citizen. Like everybody's kind of going through it a little bit, and most people like especially Black folks, most folks is like working like 2 jobs or like they got 3 different hustles or something like that. But they just choose to. It doesn't make any sense. Like it's so angering, bro. It's such a slap in the face that they do this.
Shit, but a liquor store. And maybe some armed guards at the gas station. You're embracing that shit. And you're not checking the people in your community to get their shit together. And they're feeding off of you. That's what they're doing in the Black community. They're eating their own tail. They're eating their own. And you wonder why nobody wants to invest money in the community and open up new business, because you're already destroying what's there. Why would I invest in the community? Get OGs together. Get the ones who can somehow maybe have some influence and have them step up to say, hey, man, let's do something positive and give back. Maybe if you had money invested in the community, you wouldn't want to steal from it. Maybe if that was your In-N-Out Burger, or your grocery store or your shoe store, maybe you guys would take more pride. Black History Month? Man, shit. I see a bunch of crybabies in Congress and in these community political positions that ain't doing shit. Give us this, give us that, give me this, give me that. But you're not focused on your education. You're not focused on taking a trade. And if you don't have the money, there's grants. Make these people come up with the money, man. They're taxing the shit out of you. Tell them to provide to help out the Black community. Tell them they're giving the money. They don't put the migrants in your empty projects and in your community centers. Tell them to get the hell out. If they can hike all the way up here, hike their ass all the way back to where they came from, and now use that same money you were going to give them, use it to the Black community. I'm
surprised at this point, like it hasn't been like any like fights going on between the migrants and like Black neighborhoods and stuff like that. Because it's like this is the ultimate slap in the face. You're not only bringing these people in and giving them free money, but you're bringing them into our neighborhoods and you're taking stuff away from like our kids. You're allowing them to go into the schools. You're taking away the rec centers. You're just in general just making it our neighborhoods. I'm surprised. Like it's so many different things that black people have had a reason to fight for so long, and we just haven't done it. That shows a lot about us. Like I mean, like I guess you know, like I guess we're good people, or I don't know. You could say we're good people, or we're not really about it. I don't know, but yeah, there's so many different things that we should have fought these people about.
Shit's got to change, man. You black people, man, hooting and hollering and pointing your finger. Look, man, these people are going to replace you, man. They're going to replace you, and you talking about, oh, man, we ain't got no Denny's over here. We ain't got no, they're closing down all the stores. And then when they don't want you, they want to starve you out, there ain't going to be no public transit over there. No public transit, gas stations closed. You're going to be hit. You're going to have to drive an hour, 2 hours to go get some food, to go shopping. And they don't want you over in the other place because they don't want you stealing over there. You guys got to wake up, man. These politicians, these black politicians, they garbage, man. A lot of these people are not doing the right thing. Not all of them. There are some good ones in there, but the ones who aren't speaking out are causing more detriment than all the good ones combined because they're not calling it what it is. Call it what it is. You guys are thieving. Stop thieving. Stop destroying the community. Hey, man, you got money. You're balling. What? You're not broke. We know you flipping the shit. Man, just pay for it. You want your family to be able to go somewhere and feel like they can take care of the household without having to drive across town? Man, this shit, it's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. And every time I see these people in there, oh, man, the black community, you got the mayor of Chicago.
We have soccer games, y'all. You know, you all are asking me as if I'm not a parent in this city. I get it, but you're asking me to give you a date, and I have to court. Do you understand that you have not had a mayor like me? I have a wife. I have children. They have schedules. And plus, we still have public safety.
Your bitch ass is worried about all that. You need to go on step down, bro. You ain't really worth it. You run around here, I got kids and all that. What about all these other people's kids and family that you're ruining because of the migrants? What about all these other people that you could be helping out with food and money, but you choose not to because of the migrant? They got kids and families too, but your little bitch ass sitting there talking about, oh, I got kids and family. Kids, shut up, bro. You sound like you can't handle it, bro. Like you never heard like Barack Obama, even though Barack Obama's a trash dude. You never heard him say nothing like, oh, yeah, I got kids and families and all that kind of stuff. And I can't really do my job.
That we have to address. We still have the unhoused that we have to address. I still have a budget that I have to address. And I'm doing all of that with a black wife raising 3 black children on the west side of the city of Chicago.
Oh, I got a family and 3 kids. I can't make it to the border. You can't make it to the border, brother, but you got time to let the migrants take over.
Right.
You got time to let the city be running to the dirt, but you're saying you're the mayor. Man, look, man, you chose the job. Step down. Yeah, step down. You don't have to be the mayor no more. Step down. You guys need to call through. I don't live in Chicago, but I feel for the people there because I see how they're being pimped. Hey, man.
Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best.
That boy, Bussy Johnson, boy, he playing the game over there, man. Bussy Johnson playing the game, man. He blaming the kids now. First, I don't know who he's blaming before that. He blaming the kids, and then he blaming this person. He blaming that person. Man, Bussy Johnson is just something else, man. That boy is something else. Straight Garbo. Oh, man. All right, man. We got this next video up here. Let's check it out. Yeah, that boy Bussy Johnson, man. He's something else. So this video is called Confronting Liberals on Biden's Border Crisis with John Doyle. I don't know, James Klug. I've never heard of him before, but he's talking about this. And let's see what these people are saying about it.
What is Joe Biden at the border saying, come on in?
His policies, like I just said,
That's not true.
reinstated catch and release, pulled out of Remain in Mexico. What is false about what I'm saying?
Everything.
It's not just incompetence. For some reason, his administration has decided that the border has to remain open. And I, as a well-informed citizen, can only wonder why that might be.
What's going on, everyone? James here. Joe Biden inherited the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 5 years, and today we are experiencing the worst border crisis in American history. Americans hold Joe Biden accountable for this. Today I'm joined by John Doyle, and we are going to find out. John, thank you for joining me. Are you ready to get going?
Yeah.
Let's go talk to some people. Huge shout out to our friends over at Allegiance Gold for sponsoring this video. You guys, is Joe Biden responsible for the border crisis? Yes or no? Yes? We got a yes?
Yes, he's the president, so he's responsible.
What about this gentleman? He's got.
All right, before we get into it, do y'all think Joe Biden's responsible? Without a doubt, yeah, he's responsible, bro. He's the guy. Without Joe Biden, we wouldn't be having such an influx that we're having right now.
An opinion on the sign. Is this guy responsible? This border crisis. What's going on? You know?
Is it his fault? Border crisis. Oh, it's all right.
So true, sir.
Yes. Okay, we got a lot of yeses today.
What's the border crisis?
The border crisis is that our southern
Bitch, where the hell you been at? She's definitely one of them liberal AOC types, like y'all was talking about, man. What's the border crisis? What do you mean? What's the border crisis? Where have you been? Where have you been, you idiot?
border is wide open. We've got literally tens of millions of people flooding in. We don't know who they are, where they're coming from. I just don't think that you can maintain the sovereignty and autonomy of a nation with that sort of immigration policy.
You think the border crisis is Joe Biden's fault? No. Of course not. Sir, do you mind if we ask you why you think so? Do you mind if we ask you why you don't believe so? And why people are... It was?
You know, I would even be willing to say 30 years ago it was maybe more of a border quagmire, a border situation. But now I think it's escalated such that it is a border crisis, which is why it's in red to imply the severity of the situation.
So it's been going on for how long?
There's this crisis?
Yeah.
Since like 2021.
There's a current one that's been going on for probably 100 years.
Yeah, immigration's always been kind of a problem for the United States, but when we're talking about the border crisis, we're talking about...
I can't stand white dudes like this. I was talking to this white dude about it. I was asking him what he was thinking about, and he was like, well, yeah, like I think we need them, like, like the hard workers, dude. Like we need them, like bro, like what are you talking about, bro? And that kind of shows like a layer of like racism. Like you think all folks from down there is like automatically like I guess hard workers or Mexicans or something like that, huh? Come on, man. We need them for what? What do we need them for, dog? We don't need them. We just need to just give the jobs to the people that live here already. And then this idiot right here sitting up talking about some, yeah, it's been going on for hundreds of years. It hasn't been going on at this magnitude. He hasn't been letting people in and giving them $100 or $1,000 gift cards every month. These guys are getting $1,000 gift cards. $1,000 gift cards while you work 2 jobs and 3 hustles. Come on, man. What is this white dude saying, man? I guess he's sitting over. He feel like, oh yeah, I'm straight. I've got my stocks and bonds. So who cares? Who cares? Prince of Poverty said, who else is gonna scrub my toilet and take care of grandma? Oh man. Oh man. Let's keep it going.
Right now, so you don't hold them responsible?
No.
To an extent, I blame the last 30 to 40 years of leadership.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
So the last 30 to 40 years, just meaning it's basically been an issue for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know why the U.S. military is not along the border. It's always been my
They
position.
hold one person responsible for
The commander-in-chief in charge of enforcing federal law.
He's probably not helping a lot right now, but he's not responsible for all of it, right?
You have a problem with the people that are crossing the border with your lawns and doing your repairs and everything?
Do I have a problem with it?
Man, shut your bitch ass up, man. You got all them fake ass muscles. You need your ass whooped, man. You can, yeah, you know he's offset. You see his family. He said, yeah, you were, yeah. What about your grass getting cut? Who's gonna cut your grass and repair your houses? Idiot. Such a surface level idiot.
If you're saying, should I support illegal immigration or doing the lawn services?
Yeah, the lawn service and all our construction and everything like that.
I think usually we would like to see Americans getting jobs.
I think that every president that in office is trying to do the best they can. I don't know if I could say that he is responsible for the border crisis.
So why do you think it's not his fault? What do you think he could be doing to? What do you think is out of his hands? Would you say?
I don't know. I think his hands are probably tied. I'm not sure that he could do anything. I'm not sure what he can do.
I think his hands are not tied. Joe Biden's been making several executive decisions, very stupid executive decisions at that. You're giving out executive $1 billion to Ukraine, executive $1 billion to Israel. The Asian hate crime situation, that was a farce. And then this right here, you see him, he's doing the exact opposite of what he should be doing. He's actually inviting them in and bringing them in and flooding them with money. These people are living better than people that's actually here working, that's been contributing to the society. So what is this dude talking about?
Really?
When it comes to mass immigration, yeah, I think you need to have increased security. Do I blame Biden for it? Do I blame Trump for it? Somewhat. Do I blame Obama? Somewhat.
I don't think one person is responsible for any crisis that happens.
Right.
Regardless of who the blame fully rests on, don't you agree that he has the power as the commander-in-chief to get the border under control right now?
I'm pretty sure he does. And why he doesn't is another question.
When it comes to Biden, he can actually fix the border tomorrow by just enforcing the laws.
I think he's already tried to do some things and he got stopped, right?
He got stopped?
Yeah.
No, it's the people trying to enforce the border in Texas that are being stopped by Biden and sending his lawyers to stop them.
He tried to negotiate and had a deal.
This guy doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about, man. You're a blithering idiot. You're running around here just a loud idiot.
He said no.
Joe Biden inherited a 45 low of illegal crossings. We now have the worst border crisis in American history. Week 1, halted construction of the border wall, pulled out of the. Oh, really quick, let me finish.
Joe Biden is going to solve the problem.
Let me finish really quick. He pulled out of the Remain in Mexico agreement and then reinstated catch and release. Those 3 things is why the crisis is out of control right now.
Do you think the president or the minister of Israel is responsible for the war?
Well, we're talking about Joe Biden and.
Actually, yeah. What do you guys think? He thought he had a gotcha moment. What y'all think? I say, yeah, the dude is responsible. He'd obviously be responsible. The dude, the guy who's a prime minister or president of Israel would obviously be responsible for what's going on over there in Israel, right? Or am I wrong? He's definitely responsible. But let's get it.
And our border right now, though.
One person is not responsible for the border crisis. Whether it's Joe Biden or any other person in the United States.
All right, you guys, let's take a few moments to talk about today's sponsor, Illegal. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you're well aware that I think economics is a complete disaster. Biden's overspending and overprinting of money alone are 2 main reasons that Americans have been seeing skyrocketing inflation over the last few years. And many are faced with having to work a decade longer than they wanted or are coming out of retirement due to an extremely volatile and uncertain market. That's why many of my viewers are investing in gold, because the value of gold runs counter to the effects of Bidenomics. Whether you prefer physical gold and silver or simply want to protect your IRA journey toward financial freedom, go to protectwithklug.com. That is protectwithklug.com, or call 866-335-KLUG. Let's get back into this video. Do you know how many crossed last month?
It was like 20,000?
20,000? No, 302,000.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's not monitored. Our military and funding should be going towards the border, among other things. Yeah. But Biden said he's willing to shut the border. I read online, as long as the Republicans.
Yeah, but Biden's really just saying that. That's like Biden saying that he's willing to shut down the border is like the equivalent of like when you busting a girl out or something like that. And she's like, when are you going to claim me? When are we going to go out? And then you just keep on saying, well, I'm gonna go out with you soon. We're gonna go out to the movies and the restaurant soon. I'm gonna make you my girlfriend soon. And then you just never do it. That's the same thing that Joe Biden's doing with the border. He's like, he's just trying to shut the American people up because he knows it's an issue, but at the same time he wants it. Because if you think about it, Biden saying that goes against his whole narrative. Yeah, Latinos are gonna be the brand new people that run the country. So what are you talking about, bro? What are you saying? There got to be some. Oh man, y'all crushing the California folks over there, man. Oh God, let's get it.
Republicans passed this bill.
Yeah. You know what's in that bill?
No, I've not read it.
Yeah. Why do you think there needs to be more funding to protect the border?
Because that's the only way. That's what I would believe. Have a military strip along the border. I mean, that's going to cost. You got to pay salaries for all the soldiers, equipment, etc. That's going to have to cost at least a couple $100 million.
Right. You know what it is? It's when everybody wants one thing to be done in the government, then they'll just sell their whole souls out, just so they'll have a bargaining chip. I don't care.
He's doing fine.
I'm doing okay.
He's doing great.
I'm a Trumper, don't worry about it.
Is she not? Is your wife not?
Definitely not.
House divided.
It's a complicated problem. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
You got people coming from other countries that are persecuted, that very low standard of living. They want to come here
to the United States because
man, shut your bitch ass up, man. Really know what's going on. We've already just deduced that you don't really have a clue of what's going on. And then at the same time, this is fake outrage or performative fakeness. And to me, like when white dudes talk like this about these illegals, they don't care anything about the black people that are living in squalor, do they? You can ask him about some folks over there in Compton or whatever, and he'll be like, "Well, yeah, put yourself by the bootstrap. Yeah. What about slavery? That happened a long time ago. Yeah. What about reparations? I'm not giving them shit. Come on, man. Shut your ass up, fake.
Joe Biden's letting them in.
What is Joe Biden at the border saying, come on in?
His policies, like I just said,
that's not true.
Reinstated catch and release, pulled out of Remain in Mexico. What is false about what I'm saying?
Everything. One person cannot be in charge of a border crisis.
It's literally the federal government's job to protect the border.
Multifaceted issue where all kinds of people, politics, government, big business, it's all part of the issue. Yeah. So you're saying, oh, but it's one person. It's not one person.
Well, he overturned the policies that we're working under Trump.
It's naive to think one person could be responsible for the border crisis.
Doyle, do you blame Joe Biden for the border crisis that we're seeing right now, or no?
It's actually very.
We know, yeah. Technically, it might not be one person that's responsible for the border crisis, but Biden is like the main figurehead. We know that it's just really a Democratic issue in general. That all these little jokers just everybody need a chance now. Democrats is like that everybody need a chance now, except for blacks side of things. And then the Republicans, I think they're kind of complicit as well. Like they don't really like. I feel like they would do more, besides like Greg Abbott, who else is really out here making plays? And I don't even like Greg Abbott because I know he's a racist too. I think he was trying to do some alternative history over there in Texas too. But at least he's over here trying to make plays against the border.
Very funny you ask. I do blame Joe Biden for the border crisis, being that he the country. I mean, he oversees the bureaucracy, the Department of Homeland Security, the institutions that would be in charge of securing the border, and he is refusing to enforce the federal law that's on the books. And he's literally allowing these people to come over. And he is also, and I think the first week of his administration, he undid a lot of the Trump era policies, such as, the Remain in Mexico policy, for example. And now the resources that he is directing towards the southern border are because states like Texas have said, okay, well, the federal government isn't doing their job. We're going to have to maintain the security of the nation and secure the border. And he's now threatening to send federal police to stop Texan police and Texan Rangers from doing that. So it's not just incompetence. For some reason, his administration has decided that the border has to remain open. And I, as a well-informed citizen, can only wonder why that might be.
What do you guys think about that? You heard about this? Have you heard about any of this that he just brought up right there?
A little bit, not too much, to be quite honest.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
VP Kamala Harris said that what they need at the border is more funding to go to more asylum judges to process these people, basically deal with the people coming in. And administration has reclassified the definition of an illegal alien to not take into account people who come and say the magic words in English, that they would need asylum because they're fleeing, then they're good to go. The Obama administration, too, reclassified the definition of deportation to say, well, we turn you away at the border, but we don't even do that now. But he is right. This has been going on for decades. Yeah. Public opinion polling has always been very negative on this issue, but the Uniparty, no matter who's in power, be it Clinton, Bush, Biden, Obama, you've always had mass immigration from the southern border, and nobody's been able to do anything about it because the people who pull the strings in this country know that their power is more secure when they've got a bunch of people coming in, tens of millions from the third world.
Sure. I will say Kamala's opinion on the judicial system, she's right in that the court system needs more funding. I'm an attorney myself. I believe the immigration courts are underfunded. So let's say you did want to apply for citizenship, it might actually take years to get a hearing. There's just not enough judges. Not enough judges in the civil system and the criminal system. So she's probably right to some extent that there needs
How would that reduce it?
Well, then you would
it sounds like you're facilitating it in that way.
Well, you have to have a fact finder to see if they're legitimate or not, right? So, if you're going to say this person claims to be an asylum, well, then they have to have a process for determining whether they qualify or not. And after judges come in.
By the way, the Senate bill that we were talking about, that Joe Biden's been talking about, is a cap.
It looks like it's hot out there. Why does this guy have a long sleeve shirt on? He has a very shitty physique. He's got breasts hanging out. And a shitty outfit, shitty hat, all that. I like the hat, but it look good on him. He just looks sloppy.
Of 5,000 people per day. That's 1.8 million a year. Yeah. That is not a reduction.
I'm for reduced immigration. I think we're overpopulated. So I'm not saying let him in. But there's some shades of gray in all areas here. The court system's underfunded.
Well, by the way, we're talking about illegal immigration. We're not talking about legal immigration. Yeah. Legal is 1 million a year. That's how it is. We're talking on top of this, what's being done.
It takes the whole Congress and a Senate to really get something done. And that's what they're trying to scratch each other's back. I'll vote for this and you vote for that if we can do that. It's just a big shell game with these guys.
The president controls the Department of Homeland Security, and the laws are on the books. And Joe Biden has actually used pen strokes to stop them from enforcing those laws. So literally, by tomorrow, Monday, the first business day of the week, we could undo that and have Border Patrol actually being allowed to do what they're supposed to be doing. And even the Border Patrol agents largely say, yeah, we're told to stand down. Our hands are totally tied. So he could undo that. In the Senate, the Congress, they pass the laws. All he has to do is enforce them. That's what the executive is supposed to do.
And that's possible. Yeah. I think they ought to let Texas do what Texas does. Let the states take care of their own problem. But this it's a lot more complicated.
I agree with the last guy. Let Texas deal with it. And the federal government going down there to allow people to violate federal laws around immigration, probably not a good idea.
There's no doubt he's responsible. He could stop it in one chance. All he wants to do is process people in and keep the Texas Rangers from protecting the border. The Rangers have just begun processing people.
He removed the policies that were working under Donald Trump, and now we have this crisis, 10 times the amount of immigration that Donald Trump had.
We didn't have immigration under Donald Trump.
We had about 30,000 a month, 40,000 a month. Last month, we just saw 300,000 illegally crossing the southern border.
And you know what? Maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe that'll get more people's attention to solve the crisis.
Well, you could, by just enforcing the laws that are on the books.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It's got everybody's attention. Now we're waiting on the people that are in charge to make something happen. Make a play, you idiot.
I think that's a natural byproduct of what's happening.
He could stop it by just enforcing the laws on the books. They're not enforcing the laws on the books.
Before it gets better.
What do you think about the people that are saying Biden has nothing to do with it? It's not his fault at all. What do you think about that response that we're getting today?
Come on, man. Customs and Border Protection falls under federal government, falls under the president. Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's good or bad, the president's got to own that, right? That's not a state issue. That's a federal issue. Got to enforce the laws.
Texas is trying to do that right now.
Right? It's a matter of time.
Texas is trying to enforce the border right now. Joe Biden, don't interrupt. Let me finish this. Joe Biden sent his lawyers to sue Texas to prevent them from protecting the border. How do you explain that?
I don't know. Personally, I think maybe we should take care of these people.
All of them?
All of them. Import all the people that want to come bring them over, put them in housing, feed them, clothe them, take care of them. Yes.
Let's put him in jail. Let's put him in a hot box for a month. No food, just water.
You doing that with your own place? Are you bringing anyone in and taking care of them?
My own children. How about you? You got kids?
Illegal immigrants.
Well, they haven't sent any to Huntington Beach yet, have they?
Would you house them if they came out? You would?
Yeah, for sure.
John, what do you think about that?
Cap. This boy just straight up cap, bro. Y'all heard this man? He said, would you house some illegals if they send them in your house? He said, yeah. No, you would not, dog. No, you wouldn't. That don't even make no sense. That doesn't even sound realistic. A whole bunch of people that came across from the jungle with God knows what disease, with God knows what records. Come on, bro. With God knows what kind of mental illness or mindset. Come on, dog. Stop playing.
He says just open borders. So now you're telling a little bit more of the truth. Yes, that's
well, you have to look. You have to interview them. You have to find out their background.
That's not what's happening right now.
No, I know, and it's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame.
Well, it'd be less of a shame if we just enforce federal law.
What's happening now is good.
You know?
Yeah.
Why are they going after Texas for enforcing the southern border? How does that make sense?
To like the basic standing knowledge, I know Texas is a red state. I know that a lot of the policies that have been implemented, even the past 5 years, and just like a lot of the leaders that they have in general, are not things that he would agree with or policies that would align with his beliefs. So I think
it is a sabotage campaign for them because they disagree with him?
Absolutely. I think because he doesn't agree with them and because they're trying to take things in another direction, he's probably going to try to stop that as best as he knows how, and that his team knows how.
We're doing our construction. You want to have any problems working in outside of Home Depot and stuff like that?
Yeah.
They do phenomenal work.
Of course, I totally agree with that. Mm-hmm. Should they come here legally or should they come here illegally?
Yeah, but they can they'll make a way. Okay, there's programs now to help them get in here now, and I have clients that are helping them do that.
Right.
Now he's saying that because his wife is Latina, so he's trying to keep that poise on deck. That's what it is. He's trying to keep that thing. She been splashing him, calling him papi. She been splashing him out, calling him papi. He don't want to lose that. That's what it is.
There's a program center in Santa Ana right now, and just one of my clients help open up to help people get their documentation. Yeah. So it can happen. It can happen. Okay.
So you're okay with people illegally entering the country, then, you would say, because they do your lawn work?
Yeah, not because they just do my lawn work. I'm saying
construction workers.
Yeah, construction work and all of our labor. All of our labor. Because guess
I
what?
don't know if they do all of our labor. Is that necessarily the case?
You have to review who's coming in for sure, right? You don't want criminals and drug addicts and whatever. You don't want people that are gonna that are bad people. Yeah.
You just said you would house people at your house. So come on, dog.
Just want to describe them as bad people. Right?
Another issue with the border crisis right now, honestly, man, is the fact that there's so many people overwhelming Border Patrol. Cartels are having the easiest time getting across people that aren't supposed to be in the country and bringing over drugs. So last year, we just hit a peak, 112,000 fentanyl overdoses. Yeah. That's because cartels are in complete control of the southern border under Joe Biden.
How do you stop that?
You enforce the law.
I'm completely Trump 2024, so I'm ready for it. And you're going to be voting too.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out if people think that the border crisis is Joe Biden's fault. Do you think so?
I think so.
What is going on in Southern California? Speaking so highly of it,
not a good idea. Should probably change this.
I guess. So. Yeah, man. We see what they think about over there in Cali. They ain't really thinking. Hurricane saying most men do labor jobs. What's gonna happen to us if the illegals take over? Yeah, they'll just be taking over. Basically, it'll be over with for us, man. We'll be through. And like what's the name? Conja said earlier, man. They're trying to erase Black Americans in a way. They are trying to erase us. They're definitely trying to erase. They're trying to get us up out of here. Man. But I wanted y'all to see this other video, man, about this dude. He said he tracked down some illegals. We got to check that guy out. Get that out my face. Man. Ooh. Yeah, but this dude, he said he tracked down some illegals, man. We got to go and check that, man. Yeah, the StreamYards, they be trying to get me, bro. The StreamYards be trying to get me, but they didn't get me this time. I'm just having some sorry technical. But yeah, man, we got this one right here. I tracked down the illegal immigrants in NYC. Let's see what these folks is talking about.
Literally hundreds every day, lined up around the block, all the way to the next block and around the corner.
Because I'm not even asking permission. I'm just going right into this place where they're holding everyone.
Siete meses quedándose.
Sí, y gracias. Pues sí, la ayuda del gobierno. Are you guys legally allowed to talk about what's going on? I am here in New York City, and today we are going to be tracking down illegal immigrants. I recently went to the border, and as I left the border, I met a group of people, and I gave 2 of those people my phone number with my WhatsApp, and they messaged me a few days later.
Does this problem really affect the white people as much as it? Because they seem to be really out here going in for the.
She's been covering this.
Oh man, they did get me. Oh yeah, they tried to get me. Here we go.
Topic for the past 3 years secretly on TikTok and has amassed over 50,000 followers and is an expert on what is going on here. She's also my mother, so she's also going to be giving us a lot of insight on what's really going on here. Somehow after these immigrants cross the border, they end up here in these big cities like New York, Chicago. So we're going to find out how they get here, where they go after, where they put them, and what their life is like once they get here in the United States of America. So Booker T, where are we going right now?
We're heading to the Port Authority. It's the bus station where these migrants are dropped off. What happens is they cross the border, they are put in buses. These buses take them to the airport and they are sent to sanctuary cities throughout America. And New York City is one of the biggest places that these are all being sent to.
What does that mean, a sanctuary city?
Sanctuary city means that the governor and the mayors, they've chosen their city to be a sanctuary city, which is a state where anybody can come. Anybody can come to get help. And not all states in America are like that. So basically the ones that have are where all these immigrants are going. And now all these mayors and all the people are so upset. They are upset because thousands of people have came and there's no funding. So the taxpayers of those cities are paying for all these migrants to live here and to be taken care of. And it's becoming a huge burden on these cities.
As we were walking to the Port Authority, we passed multiple migrant families that were walking the streets with all their belongings and plaques. We're here, we're coming to the Port Authority. We're gonna go try to figure out, find where all these people are coming in from. From what I believe, is they bring them in on these vans and then they're dropping them off. Like this bus could be full of them right here. Oh my gosh. How's it going? Good, how are you? You know, is this where they drop everybody off if they come here from the border? Is this where they're all coming in from?
But exactly, I don't have that.
Okay, but this is kind of the general area where they come and drop them off at. And you know what?
This is a very shitty looking dude. This guy's got to be like in his early 20s, looking like a shitty little 35-year-old.
Time or how often that happens? No, but is it right here or is it in a different spot?
Those I can't give you exact answers because I don't have exact answers for you right now. You might have to ask for it.
Okay, where's Port Authority at? Inside? Okay, awesome, thank you. When you go talk to Port Authority, then maybe they can give us a little bit more information on where we can find them when they do come in. I couldn't find any Port Authority employees, so I tried to talk to another NYPD officer. Hey, officer, how's it going? You know where they're bringing in all the, when they're going to be dropping off immigrants here? Yeah. You can't talk? I kept looking for more Port Authority. I could not find anybody. As I was leaving, I found 2 Venezuelan immigrants who I just came across, and they gave me the lowdown on exactly what happens after you get off the buses here in New York City. Y he escuchado que aquí es donde están dejando los inmigrantes, ¿es la verdad?
Bueno, eso sí, eso es aquí donde llegan todos, cuando llegamos nuevos, aquí llegamos todos, pero por allá por la parte donde pasan los buses, ahí no vean. En la 185, eso está así, amigo, yo.
¿Dónde está eso?
Ya se la voy, ya.
This joker look like he inbred or something. This joker look weird.
O sea, nos mandan para una iglesia a quedarnos unos días. O sea, por una noche nada más y otra vez hay que volver para allá a hacer cola, para volver a quedarnos otra noche en otro lado. Una etiquete, vea. Y sentado, amigo, porque...
¿Le dan un etiquete?
Sí, este que le dan a uno allá.
Ah, ok, ahí en la iglesia le dan eso.
En la iglesia, y ahí a otra iglesia.
Entonces, después de llegar aquí.
Después de aquí nos mandan a la 185.
185.
Y de la 185 nos difieren a un 7 o los que ya tienen ya un cierto tiempo los albergue de la ciudad. Ya no hay, amigos. A las personas que van a la iglesia, todos los días vuelven a hacerlo, todos los días hay personas que ya llevan 15 días allá, más de 15 días.
Pero ahora mismo hay gente en la iglesia.
Ahora mismo, amigo,
sí.
Hasta la noche. Hasta la noche.
Y la mayoría son latinos que hablan español.
Sí, hay más latinos, haitianos, más cosas. Hay mucho, allá hay de todo, amigo.
¿Y dónde viven ahora ustedes?
Bueno, ahorita con el favor de Dios, bueno, nos estamos saliendo de viaje porque nos regalaron el pasaje. Allá mismo nos regalaron el pasaje para irnos para otro estado.
¿Quién les da eso? ¿El gobierno?
Yeah, see, the church gave them a bus ticket so they can go wherever they want to go once they get into the border.
Esto no lo dieron allá.
A ver, sí, ¿a dónde van ustedes? ¿Ustedes van para Georgia? ¿Ustedes se van para Georgia? ¿Y como el gobierno están llevándoles a Georgia, hacia Georgia? ¿O?
No.
See, that's a loophole, bro. That's you just all you have to do is go to the sanctuary city first. I guess you get processed or whatever. You say, yeah, I don't like it. I can't find no work, and then you just go wherever you want to go after that.
¿Fue su idea?
Sí, por nuestra misma independencia.
Ah, ok. Ah, entonces, ¿qué va a hacer ahí en Georgia?
Sí, allá vamos porque vamos a buscar trabajo, porque acá no, amigo.
Entonces, como aquí en Nueva York, ¿es todo lo que pensaba que iba a hacer?
No, todo lo que pensábamos que íbamos hacia aquí, no pasa nada. Aquí no pasa nada, amigo.
Más difícil.
Difícil, amigo, nos ha tocado vivir en la calle y todo, va a aguantar hambre, de todo, amigo, mejor dicho, no.
No, si usted podría hacerlo de nuevo, ¿vendría por aquí?
No, la verdad no. Ya estoy que me voy a mi casa ya.
¿En Venezuela?
Sí, ya estoy que me voy. Aquí es fuerte.
¿Fuerte? ¿Más fuerte que Venezuela?
Sí. Bueno.
Them boys ain't get the gifts like they thought they was gonna get. Now they want to go back home. They want to tuck tail and go back home. We want you to go back home now. But you know, don't act like you didn't come up here. You didn't come up here just looking for gifts. Your ass didn't want to come up here and work.
No sé ahora porque tengo tiempo sin ir a Venezuela, la verdad.
Sí. Ah, ya.
Pero aquí nos da tristeza está.
Es tristeza, puro tristeza aquí.
Tristeza, aguantando frío, Tenemos 2 días sin dormir ya.
Not to mention, I hear from everybody, but I guess I hear from like a biased perspective because everybody from the South says New York is a shitty place, and it ain't really worth nothing. It stank, it's overcrowded, it's too expensive. So yeah, I can understand him saying this place is sad. These
¿En serio?
2 días en la calle, en el metro, por ahí.
Para solo sobrevivir nomás, porque aquí está como 2-0 de grados.
Sí, y no hay Chester, ya no hay Chester, hay que dormir en la calle. La verdad que si yo hubiese pensado esto no me hubiera venido. No, si uno tuviera poderes fuera divino, no me fuera venido, no. Estuviera por allá con mis hijos y mi esposa más bien.
¿Y dónde están sus esposas?
En Colombia.
En Colombia. ¿Y sus hijos?
También allá en Colombia.
Y ustedes está aquí, obviamente.
No, yo estoy aquí, llevo poco que llegué, 3 meses, algo así, pero ya estoy que me devuelvo.
Ya está listo para...
Ya estoy que me devuelvo, ya no. Ya no hay Chester para vivir, mejor dicho. Por eso es que nos vamos, porque ya.
So why did you? So that lets me know you literally came here for gifts. You left your folks in Colombia because you like, oh yeah, the dollar. I can go up there and get the gifts, and the dinero, the stretch there in Colombia. We'll send back the money in Colombia, and the dinero was stretched there. So I would get the gifts, drop all the gifts, and then I would come back to Colombia. That's what he was thinking. He wasn't running around here like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go up here and work for 3 to 5 years or something like that, and then I'll be able to go up here with me. Nah, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go up there, and we'll get the gifts, and I would send back the money to Colombia, and the dollar was stretched, and we would live like kings and queens. And it didn't happen. So now he's like, I want to go back to Venezuela.
Ya no hay recursos aquí ya para darnos vivienda, pues.
Ya.
Y hay que irnos ya.
Ya, entonces van a tomar el autobús ahora para irse a Georgia porque aquí en Nueva York es demasiado difícil.
No, ya está difícil aquí ya.
So the boys that we just talked to, they're actually taking a bus to go to Georgia to leave New York City because it's so hard here. Down here, we're like below the subway at a bus stop. All these people are now taking buses to get to other cities because they're either trying to get out of New York to go to a different city, or just to get out of New York. It's so hard. My mom talked to a worker in the port authority, and it turned out they had actually just shut down the port to all incoming illegal immigrants. Thankfully, my Venezuelan friends gave us the direction to the church where they're housing immigrants, and they also told us about a hotel that the city is using to.
Hurricane, we literally have all the proof, bro, but these people just don't. Bro, there's a video I did a short form content video. I haven't put it out yet, but there's an illegal immigrant literally bragging about how he's getting all this money every month. And he's not working 8 hours a week, but Americans are working 8 hours a week. He's bragging and laughing about it. And these people are just allowed to just roam free. These people are committing crimes and they're allowed to roam free. They're not even arresting them. And the only reason they're arresting them is because everybody made a big fuss about it recently. But let's go.
House immigrants. So we hit the streets again to go track down more illegal immigrants.
So unfortunately today we have not seen a bus, but we're not stopping. We're going to the hotels now where they're at.
Right now, we're going to go check out the Roosevelt Hotel.
The Roosevelt Hotel, one of Madison Avenue's finest hotels.
That is now being used to house illegal immigrants for completely free. The footage you're about to see will shock you. You have been warned. How's it going? Is a bathroom anything available here?
No, not open to the public, sorry.
So who's this open to then?
Nothing is open to the public, sorry.
Is it just open to our people?
You gotta go to McDonald's.
Place is getting used to house immigrants here. You guys work here? Obviously, right? I'm not trying to expose. I'm just trying to like share the story. No.
Hey, the black dude's like, you know what the hell's going on? Hey, they must be paying him a pretty penny over there. How much y'all think they paying these folks to do the guard dog? They got to be paying them good because I heard they was paying them something crazy amount to do anything volunteering with the illegals, and that's why all these people was kind of on board a little bit.
No one's able to talk. What the heck? Wait, why can't you guys talk to people? In my short time at the Roosevelt Hotel, I saw multiple families get taken out of their rooms to get moved into a bus to move to a different location.
Yeah, bro, I actually did see that video. I made a short form content video about that one as well. I'm waiting to do the skits to add to go and put them in there. I might have it done by this week, but yeah, that shit had me so angry. But like this dude really came up here. Like that's the first thing you're thinking about when you come here is like no more money for you. But y'all literally up here coming up here on some lazy shit. What are you talking about?
Nos ubican para tener techo.
¿De dónde es usted?
Venezuela.
De Venezuela. Mucho éxito.
Amén.
¿Cuánto tiempo lleva aquí?
Una semana.
Una semana. Y ahora usted está aquí en el Roosevelt Hotel y van a poder quedarse aquí.
That boy got diamond earrings or a fake ass diamond earring, Cuban zirconia earring. He got a Tommy Hilfiger coat. He got some teardrops because he didn't did God knows what on them jungle trips in Venezuela. He got him a New York hat, so he's he's trying to be part of the New York American culture. He's not looking worse for wear out here, but let's get it.
Aquí por un ratito.
No, lo que pasa es que las mujeres de Venezuela están acá y estamos viendo porque no lo van a pasar. Ellas llegaron ayer apenas acá.
Ellas llegaron ayer y ahora están aquí en el Roosevelt Hotel.
Sí, claro.
Sí. Y tienen que pagar gratis. ¿Cómo funciona eso?
No, es gratuito. Un apoyo.
¿Ustedes llevan 2 semanas aquí? ¿Cuánto tiempo? Una semana. Sí. ¿Llegaron desde
yo estaba en Lima.
¿En Lima?
Sí, él es ecuatoriano.
Cuando llegaron aquí frontera llegó.
Piedras Negras. Nosotros nos venimos por la selva, sí, claro.
¿Por la selva?
Sí.
Pero pasaron por la Darío.
Sí, claro.
And that's another thing right there. So these people are not even Venezuelan. So that means that you can just come up, be a Latino, and be from any other country, any country. They can't call whether or not you're from Venezuela or you're from Mexico or you're from goddamn Lima, Peru. They can't call that. So they're not even really. They're really not even this little performative situation where they're like, yeah, we've got to help the Venezuelans because they're going through persecution and their country's in shambles. They're not even helping all the right people. They don't even know if they're helping the right people, rather. So this whole little thing is it's stupid. It's unorganized, and it's bleeding the country dry, and it's definitely crushing us as the black community. But let's go.
¿Cómo fue Darío?
No, una experiencia muy dolida porque pasamos muchas cosas ahí.
¿Y los Darío tuvieron que pagar al cartel?
Claro, tenemos que pagar. Allá adentro nos robaban. Nosotros íbamos pasando por ahí, querían secuestrarnos, pedirnos plata y nosotros veníamos sin plata y a mucha gente le hicieron daño ahí.
¿Y cómo llegó a Nueva York después de llegar a Texas?
Después de llegar a Texas, ahí nos hicieron el proceso, pues nos entregamos a migración y para ver si nos daban un permiso de estar aquí en su país.
Entonces, ¿cómo les dio la permiso? ¿Ustedes tuvieron que tomar un asilo o algo así?
No, el asilo todavía estamos nosotros en ese trámite para...
¿Por cuánto más tiempo tiene la permiso para quedarse aquí?
Aquí me dieron permiso hasta este año, como por julio.
¿Cómo llegó aquí?
Bro, everybody's not here claiming asylum. Everybody's not from Venezuela. So I mean, it's just like they're just like, oh yeah, let the whole Latin America come up. That doesn't make any sense to me, bro.
Ya Nueva York, como pagar, el gobierno le dio dinero porque Texas es muy lejos de aquí de Nueva York.
Ya, de ahí salimos en un bus.
En un bus. ¿Y quién pagó por el bus?
Sí, el país de aquí, Estados Unidos los paga.
¿Cómo se sienten bien aquí en los Estados Unidos?
Sí nos sentimos bien, gracias a Dios, porque logramos llegar. Poco a poco, buscando la economía y la estabilidad que no pudimos tener en Venezuela. Aquí buscando un mejor futuro ya. Estamos buscando una gringa. Estamos buscando una gringa que lo dé para estar aquí legales.
So yeah, see, that don't sound like I'm here for seeking asylum or something like that. I want a gringa. That joker said I want a gringa looking like a goddamn. He looked like Mexican Sid from Toy Story. Look at him, Mexican Sid. Joker got braces. How you run around here claiming asylum is supposed to be so poor? You got braces, dog. And your homeboy got an earring, a Cuban zirconia earring, and New York hat. Man, come on, bro. You want a gringa, but she's supposed to be claiming asylum. Watch out, dog.
Tú no tienes hermana, ¿no?
Solo hermano. Wow, joke, boys. I watch social workers bringing a whole entire family. Hey, I'm doing a doc. I just lived in South America for 2 years, so I'm doing a doc.
We're on the job right now. Thank you.
Can we walk and talk about what's going on?
I'm sorry, man. We got some stuff to do.
Are you guys legally allowed to talk about what's going on?
No, we're not.
You guys are not. Where can I?
Both of them boys getting paid $60K for 2 months. They said we ain't trying to fuck up this.
Reach out to PR for that.
It's on the website. You'll find all the information on the website.
They claimed to legally not be able to talk to us, so we followed them to see where they were bringing these families in from. We followed them all the way to Grand Central.
Now they're bringing them into the trains because the buses can't come now. We know that the buses are being stopped, so the people, they're sending them to New Jersey. They're putting them on the trains to bring them in. So we're literally following these social workers to see what they bring, because at the Roosevelt Hotel, they brought in a whole family that we witnessed.
So they found a loophole to not show the society what's going on. Instead of bringing them on buses, they're bringing them on trains from New Jersey, from other places. So that way they can get here without having all the news coverage, without having all the people seeing what's actually going on. Here they are going down the subway to go pick up more people. So what do you think about the U.S. government putting all the illegal immigrants here in this hotel?
How you can put the illegal immigrants in a hotel? That's it.
So what do you think it's right what's going on?
No, it's not right. We all came at a certain time. I mean, somebody came 100 years ago to America. Somebody came 200 years ago. Somebody came 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever. In the end, we're all immigrants in this country, correct? But it's a certain way how we're getting in, right?
Yeah.
And I think everyone have to follow the same procedure, like, the normal way. So this is what's going on. It's just bizarre. It's bizarre. And, why we have to pay our taxpayer money. New York City, we're suffering with it, with everything, with homelessness, with shelters, with all the people. And why are we getting this?
Yeah.
Why us? Why we for it?
It's not very fair, right?
Do we know who they are?
No.
How they're coming in? I mean, we know how they're coming in.
Yeah.
But do we know who are exactly? What they have a background, criminal records, what kind of diseases they have? It's all about fairness. Yeah, but people also, suffering. I know it's not easy living in Venezuela, I'm sure. Living.
Out to the little Russian dude, but yeah, these jokers ain't from Venezuela, like we just saw. They from Ecuador or Lima, Peru. Come on, man.
It's very tough, right?
Everywhere.
There's a lot of people here in the streets here in New York that are suffering, and they can't even get housing. But illegal immigrants that come over the border illegally get.
They're calling them immigrants. They're not. They're illegal immigrants because they cross the border illegally. It's a legal thing.
It's almost like they're getting benefited, right? When they come here, they get food.
My friend, let me ask you a question. I came to America 1991. I came on Friday. No, I came on Sunday. Tuesday, I was working already. Is one of them working?
I can't answer. I don't believe so.
They're getting a free. Do you have a free cell phone?
No.
Me too. I pay for it. Free cell phone services. Free cell phone itself, whatever they give, but it's a smartphone in your hand, free. Free housing, free medicine, free food. How good our food is, maybe it's shitty, but still it's food. If you're hungry, you're not going to die from starvation. And you don't pay for it? I don't know.
Crazy, right?
Capitalism doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. We all have to work. I love this country, the best. We're in a big hole. We have to get out of it. That's all. God bless America. That's the only thing. Best country to be. And, no lefties, only capitalism. I'm against socialism. I came from shit. So
where'd you come from?
Soviet Union.
Soviet Union.
Soviet Union.
Wow. So capitalism is the way.
It's the best. American dream. What are we doing, American? Be a millionaire. That's it. Make money.
¿Y usted ahora mismo está viviendo aquí en el Roosevelt Hotel? Sí, sí. ¿Sí? ¿Cómo es? ¿Y qué tal?
Pues sí, ha sido bueno la experiencia y han ayudado de verdad.
¿Le ayuda mucho?
Ayudan con los suministros a los bebés y a uno también.
¿Qué hacen ahí las trabajadoras que trabajan ahí?
Atienden a las personas.
¿Y ustedes están recibiendo comida?
Sí.
¿Reciben comida?
Claro, comida. Dan desayuno, almuerzo y cena.
Desayuno.
Oh, damn, that folks getting hit with the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they still ain't grateful. Y'all heard about the migrants not being grateful for the food they've been receiving. They've been talking about we want the food that we have from home.
¿Y tiene un lugar para duchar?
Sí, claro, las habitaciones son cómodas. Como hay baño dentro de la habitación.
¿Las habitaciones están mejor aquí en el hotel que fueron allí en su casa?
Sí. Right, Hurricane. He's just he's more so mad from a player hating standpoint. Black Americans, I think, we are mad that they're getting free money, but at the same time, these guys are getting, they're being pushed into our neighborhoods, and we're being pushed out. And at the same time, they're getting stuff that we have been asking for, that really is, I think, really is owed, to be honest. So I think it's a whole another different kind of thing. He just running around here playing. I did not get this headphone. I want this headphone too. Shut up.
Sí, la atención es muy buena y las habitaciones también.
¿Cuánto lleva aquí en los Estados?
7 meses.
7 meses. ¿Y por cuánto tiempo ha estado aquí?
7 meses.
Ah, estaba ahí.
Sí,
¿no?
pero ya dentro de poco ya tengo que irme porque ya tengo orden de salida.
Oh, wow. Entonces usted ha estado ahí por 7 meses quedándose.
Sí.
Y es gratis, ¿cierto?
Pues sí, la ayuda del gobierno, de aquí del gobierno de Nueva York.
Gracias al gobierno aquí en los Estados Unidos.
Sí, lo que dicen es la ayuda.
Talking to people about what's going on here in this hotel. Do you have any idea what's going on here?
No.
So this is where they're actually putting them after they come in to the border.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, so I just talked to a guy, he's been living there for 7 months, 3 meals a day, and it's completely free.
I think a lot of New Yorkers wish they had it like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you a New Yorker?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Seems a little out there, to be honest, yeah.
What do you think about them just housing everyone here for free and they're just letting everyone come into America?
Again, that's not sustainable.
Do you think it's going to end well?
It's a hard city for anybody to make it, let alone someone coming in, so I don't see that working out so great.
We have now left the Roosevelt Hotel. It turns out people really are being housed in there. So that myth is busted. There's a ton of people, thousands, and that hotel is literally an entire block. Now we are going where those Venezolanos told us to go. We're going to the church where they house everyone. It's about a 3-mile walk. Trying to get into one of these buildings to see what it's really like, how they're housing everybody, what's going on. The immigrants, they live in the hotels, and then the homeless people in America, they're just on the street. I put on the construction vest because I'm not even asking permission. I'm just going right into this place where they're holding everyone. I'm going to get you guys the best footage where everyone's at. We're going to be sneaking in here. Oh, everyone's coming in.
This guy got state ID. 7. They said whatever ID, right? Wait.
No, what you do here? What's your name?
¿Cómo están? Here, this is where everyone's coming in. All getting processed right now. Right, so I'm in here right now. In here, they got everyone. Looks like they have everyone labeled off in their numbers. How's it going, man? Everyone's staying on. How's it going, man? Just checking in.
This is like one of the missions on a video game where you gotta sneak and you can't get caught, and you got the weak ass character where if you get caught you can't fight back. That's what this is like.
Yeah, so I was just videotaping in there, and one of the workers in there saw me with my camera, and he saw me videotaping. He started making a burger deal. He started following me out, telling other workers I was videotaping. Hurry and booked it out of there before security came at me, stripped off the construction vest. Now I'm here, and holy shit, that was dangerous. That was so scary. These people just pulled up in their luggage, like everyone. ¿Cuánto tiempo lleva sin comer?
Pues en serio, tenemos que nos sacan de los chester, ¿me entiendes? Yo tengo 5 días prácticamente que no como bien, y eso porque yo lo voy a ser sincero, me meto a la panadería por ahí, le pido pan y voy y robo jamón por ahí para comer, porque de verdad, soy sincero, ¿me entiendes?
Sí, entonces hay que robar para
poder comer, porque es que uno no, en verdad uno va y pide comida, no le dan, ¿me entiendes? Qué lástima, porque la necesidad es grande, ¿me entiendes? Si uno pudiera pedir un plato de comida y se lo regalaran, uno no hiciera lo malo, ¿me entiendes? Y uno no hace lo malo aquí, ¿me entiendes? No quiere trabajo, pero aquí uno no tiene trabajo, uno va y busca trabajo y no le dan trabajo, ¿me entiendes? Porque uno con trabajo y plata no arrienda, ¿me entiendes?
¿Qué son sus planes para conseguir trabajo aquí ahora?
Salga, claro, para trabajar, para uno poder sostenerse aquí, porque esta ciudad es de dinero, ¿me entiendes? Y una ciudad tan rica, porque esta ciudad es muy rica, ¿me entiendes? Y mira cómo hay una población grandísima, tú vas allá y hay como 2,000, 3,000 personas allá sentados.
This is stupid. So I'm trying to figure out. So are they giving everybody the $9,000 a month, or like are people just taking the $9,000 a month and roaming the streets with? Like, what are they doing? Are they squandering the money or something like that? I don't get it. And then at the same time, why are you guys bringing so many people if you can't pay everybody the money? Paying everybody the money anyway, but why are you guys bringing in so many people that y'all got folks on the street? I don't feel sorry for these people at all because they're idiots and they shouldn't have came here because they was looking for gifts. And they got this Joe got a whole ski goggles, a beanie, and a nice ass coat. I don't feel sorry for them, but yeah, it seems like they're stupid. It's not sustainable, like the little white dude was saying earlier.
¿Le dan etiquetas? Sí. Entonces ponen como...
El 9,000 soy yo y tengo una semana. Sí,
They give
5 días. Te dije que tenía 5 días, ¿sí o no? 5 días, mira.
So you guys get 5 days here. They done 5 días.
9,000 652.
¿Y qué significa este número?
9.000 personas. Son 9.000 personas que te dan para yo una camilla para poder dormir.
Hay que esperar
Sí,
9,000 personas
9.000
para que les
personas
dé.
para poder dormir. Y dormimos en el piso, en el piso.
Yeah,
en el piso.
9,825, 9,825. That means his spot in the line is 9,825 people just to get a place to sleep.
Esperar para dormir. A veces dormimos en el piso, sin sábana, sin no nada. En el piso ahí, pues. Y ahorita, hoy lo sacaron como a las 5 de la mañana. Si Nueva York no me abre las puertas como yo quiero, entonces me iré a otro estado a trabajar, ¿me entiendes? Porque el sueño de uno de latinoamericano es venir a...
You should have been went to another state. If you're supposed to be so resourceful, take your ass home. Really take your ass back home.
Para acá en el sueño de los americanos, ¿me entiendes? Poder tener dinero. Pero si uno va a una tienda o a cualquier local, uno va a pedir trabajo o cualquier cosa y no le dan trabajo. Entonces por eso es que la gente se pone a echar broma en las calles, ¿me entiendes? Para poder sobrevivir.
As you guys saw right there, they had those wristbands. While I was in there, they had the whole entire facility. They had all the numbers in the rooms. So those numbers correspond with the numbers on the wristband. So those guys were 9,825. That was their spot in line to be able to get in that place to sleep and to get a place to sleep for the night. And at 5 a.m., they kick them out and they're back on the streets. And that process just starts over and over. So they have to spend time in line to get the wristband and then wake up again, 5 a.m., do it all over again. More than anything, I cover this topic of immigration, and I say illegal immigrants or anything like that. They are illegal, but there are human beings, and it's kind of messed up that they just get a lot of false hope given to them to come here to America, and it's just not what they think it's going to be. Every person we talked to today, they just said, we're suffering, it's terrible, we want to go back to our country, or they're separated from their families, so their life's not good here either. After leaving the shelter, a few blocks later, we met a lost African immigrant who had a printed paper with the directions of the shelter. After seeing everything I saw in New York City, it makes me really question who is in charge of this whole operation.
So really, they just need to that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. I mean, yeah, we feel sorry for them. Yeah, oh, boo-hoo. But yeah, man, go back home. And that's it. They chose to do that, bro. They chose it. They chose it. We're going to get one more video, man. One more video about the culturally sensitive meals that these guys is talking about, man. Let's see what they talking about with that. Let's see about with that, man. Yeah, but boo-hoo, these folks really chose to do this, and now they want us to feel sorry for them. Bro, you really came up here looking for gifts. You didn't come up here looking for work. You came up here looking for gifts. And now you don't have no gifts.
Todo casi gratis aquí, ¿cierto? Gracias a Joe Biden.
Gracias, presidente. Gracias al presidente, sí.
Yeah, the gift and blood dropped by everybody else, and now you want to get lost.
Yeah, buen presidente, tiene buen corazón.
With millions of migrants coming.
So did y'all hear that right there? So the first part, he was like, yeah, who you going to vote for? And all these jokes talking about, yes, we're going to vote for the Presidente Biden. Presidente Biden because he give us the gifts. See that, like, to me, like that's cheat to me. That's cheating to me. Like I know Donald Trump did his thing with the insurrection and everything like that, but to me that's cheating as well. Like that there should be some type of I don't know, law that's broken because you're bringing in this flood of illegals, and you just so they can vote for you, just so you can win the presidency, dog, and you can fuck the country up some more. That doesn't make any sense. Person probably said, "Yo, Grind, you heard about that girl who stabbed her BF 108 times?" That's crazy. I did not hear about that, bro. I gotta look into it. I'm definitely gonna look into it. Let's keep it going.
To America, many migrants are being moved to the city of Denver, Colorado. The surprise influx of migrants has put the city into a crisis, having racked up over $10 million in unpaid medical bills, and the city is projected to spend over $100 to support migrants in the coming year. Migrants are receiving more benefits than American homeless citizens.
So I'm left out here to just fend for myself.
¿Cuánto tiempo llevan ahí en el hotel? 2 meses. And all of these migrants love this one guy.
El que nos está ayudando por Baire.
We are here in Denver, Colorado, and right behind me are hotels that are...
This white boy got money. They in New York one time. They was in Texas in another video. Now they in Colorado. This joker just all over the country, just at a blink of an eye.
Being used to house illegal immigrants, and we've talked to a few, and they're getting months worth of free rent here. Ricky, what's going on here?
In Denver, Colorado, we've learned that the population is 700,000. 40,000 migrants are living right here in Denver.
¿Cuánto tiempo llevan aquí?
Nosotros llegamos, yo por lo menos llegué el 18 de diciembre.
¿Han podido quedarse aquí en este hotel aquí?
Aquí en el Comfort.
¿Y por cuánto tiempo pueden quedarse?
Hasta el 13 de marzo nos están dando.
3 meses, básicamente. ¿Y le dan desayuno?
Nos dan solamente el desayuno y la cena, no nos dan almuerzo ni nada. Y los niños por lo menos no les gusta la comida. A mi hijo no le gusta la comida.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this place. It's literally just like everyone.
Nobody gives a shit if your son doesn't like the food. Stuff that shit in his mouth. Get the hell back to Venezuela. Nobody cares, bro. Who's running around here talking about I'm seeking asylum and now you're complaining about the food? That'd be like me being homeless off the street or something like that, and then some folks decide to give me some food. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't want that. Or some people take me into their house for a while, and I'm like, I don't want to eat what your mom cooked for dinner. Come on, man, make it make sense.
I'm just hanging out. They got cars. ¿Y este es su auto aquí?
Sí, ese es mi auto.
Ah, bueno. ¿Y cómo podrían conseguir un auto?
¿Cómo podríamos conseguir? Pues la verdad, con mucho esfuerzo hemos reunido para poder comprarnos el auto.
¿Y con papeles? Y...
No, porque nosotros acá, el emigrante, pues somos como que un poco complicados con los papeles y esas cosas.
Pero pueden manejar sin papeles, sin licencia.
Sí, pues siempre y cuando con precaución, porque es que si, o sea, si no...
What the fuck? So you can drive without a license as long as you drive with quote-unquote caution. Did y'all read that? They said you can drive without a license as long as you drive without quote-unquote, or you drive with quote-unquote caution. How can they monitor that? That makes no sense. You get into a wreck with somebody, then what? Now they're just through. You get into a wreck with an illegal immigrant and your car is totaled. What do? They don't have insurance. Now what? You just fucked over?
se maneja bien, pues tenemos problemas con la autoridad.
No license, no problem. They got a nice car too. They got a nice little Toyota. ¿Y ustedes están viviendo aquí en el Comfort Suite?
En el Sleep.
En el Sleep. ¿Y por cuánto tiempo han estado ahí?
Yo llevo ya 2 meses y me dieron una prórroga de 2 meses más.
¿Qué significa los etiquetas?
Las etiquetas, el brazalete para entrar, como si fuera un parque de diversión. Como la entrada.
¿Qué han hecho para poder conseguir trabajo?
Eso es difícil, pero usted sabe que Dios nunca abandona a las personas buenas. Aquí llegan personas buscando muchachos para ayudarlos y eso, a trabajar sin ningún permiso, papel ni nada.
Bueno, parece que están yendo muy bien porque tienen muy buena ropa, zapatos.
Pero eso es porque ustedes mismos, los mismos estadounidenses, son buenas personas, nos han ayudado, nos han donado ropa, camisas, zapatos, nos traen comida, casi todos los días nos traen ropa.
¿Cada día le traen ropa para aquí?
Sí, los mismos estadounidenses, ustedes mismos. Pues.
Hasta los años, ¿cuánto tuviste que dar al cartón?
Como sus $3,000.
$3,000.
Que para nosotros en Venezuela es... con eso tú te sientes millonario.
¿Cuánto es el sueldo mínimo ahí en Venezuela?
$40 mensual, imagínate.
How do you jokers get three racks a month? I mean, how do you jokers get 3 racks a piece to get to the cartel, and they say they make $40 a month? How? Something ain't adding up. It doesn't make any sense. So you just, I don't know, did everybody pool together or what? I don't get it. Because there's a whole lot of them up here. And I mean, did everybody go through the cartel to get smuggled here or what? Because they're saying people got robbed or killed because they weren't able to pay up the cartel. So everybody just randomly has 3 racks or 5 racks or whatever the amount of racks is off of $40 a month. Watch out, man.
$40 mensual. Cuando aquí tú tengas mensual 15 y último te ganas 1,600, 1,500. Sí, es loco. Por eso que mucha gente ya Venezuela está sola.
7.7 million Venezuelans have left their country over the years. Economic collapse, hyperinflation hit hard, meaning one day you have $10 and the next week that $10 is worth $1, making basic necessities unaffordable. And buying a carton of milk could cost you your whole week's salary.
Obviamente esto tiene que durar un mes.
That's why so many people are leaving the country of Venezuela. ¿Se sienten que gracias a Joe Biden, el presidente, se sintieron
apoyados? Sí, claro.
¿Se sintieron apoyados porque
claro,
Joe Biden?
Sí, le gusta apoyar a los migrantes. Sí, es muy buena persona. No, Trump es otra cosa, ese es otra cosa y ese es otra cosa.
Porque todo es casi gratis aquí, ¿cierto? Gracias a Joe Biden.
Gracias al presidente. Gracias al presidente, así es. Un buen presidente, tiene buen corazón.
He's going to go in there and he's going to go film what his hotel room's like so you guys can see how they're treating everybody here.
Vengo aquí está la cocina, el baño, el cuarto, miren las camas, 3 camas, el televisor, aire acondicionado.
¿Y la comida ahí está muy mal?
Mala, mala. Ahí no dan la comida mala, piche. La comida no sirve.
He acted like he was going into the projects or something like that. All that stuff that he just said. They got a kitchen. They have 3 beds. They got air conditioning. All you have to do is keep it clean. If y'all want such dirty if y'all want some dirty ass little dudes, you'll be fine in there. But y'all want to be dirty, and you want to goddamn have your kids all strawed around having doo-doo and tacos sneaking up. It don't make no sense. Y'all sitting there acting like these are harsh conditions. Just live right, bro, and you'll be straight.
No botan la comida que nos regalan, nos las botan para la basura, las leches, los cereales, los niños, todo eso nos lo botan.
You guys throw them in the garbage, lo botan.
Sí, todo, nos botan todo.
Si la comida es tan mala, ¿por qué no salga del hotel?
Nosotros no vamos a salir del hotel, pero el deber ser no es tratarnos como animales, porque somos seres humanos, no somos animales. Nos tratan muy mal ahí, nos tratan muy mal.
¿Por qué piensan que botan a la comida cuando lo traigan para adentro?
Quizás mayormente, pues, también es algo de culpa de algunas personas porque dejan que la comida se pudra también y no la consumen y salen animales en habitaciones y eso.
With the 2024 election coming up, many of these migrants may have the possibility of voting. So
That's very real what you're saying right here, Yoshimura. Why they keep talking about the food? If it was me, I would eat it. Even yeah, bro. Like these folks really aren't hungry. Like anybody who's ever been hungry, if you get any, like nearly any kind of food, it's gonna become a 5-star meal. So these folks really ain't down bad like they saying. They're just ungrateful. They're running around here acting bougie, and they just don't even deserve none of this.
wanted to ask who they will be voting for.
Y si podría votar, ¿quién votaría?
Por supuesto que por Biden. Por supuesto que por Biden.
¿Tiene el votar?
Si entramos ilegal, por lo menos tenemos acceso a votar.
Si tiene el privilegio para votar, ¿para quién se va a votar?
Don Biden, que nos está ayudando a nosotros aquí.
Yo creo que la mayoría Biden.
Él es que nos está ayudando por Biden.
Next to the hotel, a few people were charging their Teslas, and I wanted to see what they had to say about what is going on.
Where are they staying?
They're staying inside this hotel.
Really?
Yeah, they're all getting free rent inside of the hotel, and they're able to stay for months.
That just pisses me
What do you think about everyone staying here in these hotels, all the migrants that are around here?
Then you stay somewhere.
So you're totally fine with them staying here in the hotels?
Yep.
Or yeah, how come you don't think the federal government is stopping people from coming in?
Because we need the people. Because we are basically an immigrant country.
So you put your fat ass up, man. You sitting up there in the Tesla and stuff, living okay. So that's why your fat ass sitting up talking about, yeah, well, we need them. Yeah, it's an immigrant country. Yeah. Shut your fat ass up.
All this immigration is good for the country?
Actually, yes. You look at the amount of hire. Yes, I think the immigration is great for the country. They're here now, so we need to be, and we need the workers.
So with what you've told me so far, us letting everyone in is actually helping all these immigrants, and it's going to benefit America?
Correct. It's Congress that needs to be doing something, and it is a Congress issue. It's not Biden's issue. They haven't done anything since Reagan. We need to be moving forward, not moving backward.
So you think like us coming here, like the American story, is like almost our duty to give back to everyone and let them come back into America, just like how we did?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
We left the first hotel and we moved to another hotel that they were using to house migrants.
Han estado quedándose aquí en este hotel.
Bueno, nosotros tenemos 2 meses.
So you just can't talk to people here.
And within minutes of being at the hotel, we were kicked off the property.
It's a little fishy operation they got going on. There's a ton of vans right there. And then on top of that, they have all these huge Denali Suburbans and a huge van right there. ¿Cómo podrían conseguir un auto y todo eso?
Pues mi esposo ya consiguió trabajo.
¿Tienen papeles aquí?
No, estamos en trámite de todo eso. No.
¿Qué podemos por el... All right, they're like cutting me off. They're saying I could cause a lot of problems. Yeah.
Hay una cosa rapidito. Yeah. Es que habían dicho que con el frío no nos podían sacar y nos pusieron el fecha de salida.
All right, so they're kicking everybody out because now the cold's kind of over, so they're going to start kicking people out come February.
Due to not being legal here in the country, none of these migrants can get working visas. Many have to get creative and leave their shelters to try and make money in any way possible. Some sell food out of their cars.
All right, she's going to show us what she's cooking up for everyone here. They got some rice, chicken, and grilled bananas.
I even met a dentist for the migrants.
Yo le hago el control, le hago limpieza, blanqueamiento, porque tienen que tener un tratamiento mensualmente.
Many are window washing cars.
Hey, that sounds like some bullshit. You got a goddamn a Venezuelan migrant dentist, illegal migrant dentist out there making sure your teeth is white. Crazy.
Others are begging for money on the street corner.
Por lo menos esto lo hacemos para poder sobrevivir porque estamos con los niños.
Es todo lo que pensaba que iba a ser aquí en los Estados Unidos, como hay todas las oportunidades que pensaba que iba a...
Hey, bro, that's about to be me. Yeah, bro, like, this dude is black. So, yeah, I'm going to go down to the border. I'm going to say my name is Manny Flores, and I'm going to get that money. That's what I'm going to do.
¿Poder conseguir aquí?
No, yo venía con otro pesado, pues venía con el pesado que era más fácil conseguir trabajo, pero ya me encuentro aquí, hay que seguir más adelante. Pensé que era más fácil conseguir trabajo, pero no, la cosa de los papeles, tienes que esperar.
¿Y qué? Dice que es difícil para trabajar y que le dan comida y que es como la motivación para la mayoría de la gente de salir y buscar trabajo si todo está gratis.
Porque no venimos a eso, a que nos regalen todo, pues venimos a trabajar un futuro. Nosotros no venimos a que todos nos estén regalando, nosotros venimos a ganarnos lo nuestro.
¿Y qué hacen la mayoría de la gente durante el día ahí en el refugio?
Nada, esperar, ver si los llaman para trabajar, salen a ver también así se cuestionan como nosotros, si trabajan.
¿Qué son sus metas aquí? Como un joven, ¿qué son sus metas?
Estudiar, también aprender a leer y aprender a escribir.
¿Le han podido conseguir mucho éxito ahí limpiando los autos?
Algo.
¿Están ganando suficiente dinero haciendo eso?
No, algo.
¿Cuánto por el día?
Como 40, sí, poco para comer.
¿Llegaron aquí fácil para conseguir trabajo?
Sí, bueno, yo pensé que sí, pero yo tengo una profesión. Yo hago uñas, pedicure, soy peluquera.
Move down to the city center. Capitol building's right there. Now we're going to get a good mixture of the homeless problem and the migrant problem here. And then, what's this right here?
Oh, it's free phone.
How do you guys get free phones?
Jesus, am I on camera? Oh, no, not happening.
What's up, man? Welcome to Mile High City. We out here making it do what it do.
Everybody, I don't care who you are, you never be too rich for a government phone, right? You know what I'm saying? Obama made it do with that.
So what are you guys doing down here? It's like getting free phones. Can you give us a breakdown on that?
Right here.
The government funding it. They helping people out, man. Make sure we can stay communicated and connected.
You're rocking the Social Security card on the
man,
necklace.
Gotta keep my stuff handy. Man. Can't have it. You know what I'm saying? And then I know if anybody try to grab it, I can catch it. Yeah, hustling, and I got the money sign right there, man. Gotta have money on my mind. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying?
His priorities is all jacked up, man. No wonder he homeless. He sound like he a little throw it off right here. Both of these jokes is throw it off, but it look like he just
That's it. Yeah, gotta secure that legacy.
I lost my phone 2 weeks ago and lost 2 potential jobs because of it. Without a device nowadays, you don't exist. So I had to follow up on this immediately to obtain another job as quick as possible.
All right, we started filming now. They just shut down the whole entire stand. They didn't like us filming apparently. So these tablets come with service on them.
Yes, the contract for the service.
They're doing something that's so they're basically giving out handouts, and they don't want other Americans to see that they have the ability to give up handouts because everybody's gonna want handouts. So
is 1 year, he said.
After leaving the free phone center, I asked this local what he thought about the migrant crisis here in Denver.
Oh, I've not noticed it at all.
Really?
Whatsoever. We just work in our towers here, and we're insulated from all of that. Migrants are necessary. They provide services for a lot of people who don't want to work, and they do hard work.
Man, who are the people that you talk about that don't want to work? You bitch with your bitch ass mustache. Who? Look like you got a toupee on too.
Frankly, Americans don't want to do.
So you think immigrants coming here to the United States has actually been a good thing for the country?
Yes, I really honestly do. It's contrary to what a lot of people think, but yeah.
I don't think there's not a job that pays decent that Americans don't want to do. If you're talking about like a McDonald's job where you're kicking out 100 burgers in an hour and they're paying you $5 an hour, then I can see that. That's something that nobody wants to do. But you can find a lot of people that would cut grass for a decent amount of money. They'll do some construction for a decent amount of money. You guys are just trying to pay people pennies, and that's what it is. People don't want to take pennies. They want to be paid and compensated correctly for what they've been doing, and that's what it is. And you sound like an idiot. You look like a retard too with your messed up chin.
Absolutely, they do work that Americans won't do.
Mm-hmm.
They add value.
You're not really against them closing down the border and letting in less people?
No, I think we ought to have a border which is secure. I think we should have a much.
He sounds like he's insulated from just life in general. He said he was insulated from the migrant crisis. He seems like he's insulated and sheltered from life in general. He doesn't know anything. He's just hearing these same radical right talk. They don't want to work. They don't want to work. So yeah, we can get them in there. And you know what's funny about this, man? Like y'all remember during the pandemic, they was giving out $600 a week, and everybody was so quick to make us go back to work and go back to normal and shut the little money off. But they're really running around here, allowing these people to get this $1,000, these $9,000, these $300 a day for a hotel, this extra here, this extra there. And they're not trying to make them work. They're going to give these people a whole year of just good living. That makes no sense. Or a whole 2 years, however long it is. But let's go.
A sophisticated system, which is more in line with what most of the world is doing, which we don't do. We just say, all those brown people need to stay over there. Well, no, they're adding some value, but we need to do it in a more constructed, official kind of documented way. As I say, we're insulated in our corporate world here. I mean, look at this. Yeah. Do you think a migrant's going to come up into my office there and he's going to take my job, or he's going to do harm to me? I mean, that's ridiculous.
All of the migrants at the hotels eventually have an eviction date to leave the hotel.
You're basically saying selfish, ugly bitch, because you have a job that, I guess you have a job that's safe from the migrants. So you feel like, oh yeah, as long as they can come in and get everybody else's job and not mine, I'm okay. That's what you basically saying. And Hurricane, I do agree with you on that right there, man. Them folks is in there running around here getting the jobs and taking pennies, undercutting wages for people that actually do want real money, when they should be just getting paid good. Yeah, value for what group of people is my question as well, Yoshimori. Let's get it.
But what happens to them after they are kicked out of the hotel? Many of them then come to the airport to sleep at night to escape the cold.
My mom just got done talking to a police officer. What did he tell you?
Told me that there are migrants everywhere in the airport. They're just dressed exactly like us because he says it's still
people's luggages and then they put their clothes on and then they just hang out in the airport because they're everywhere.
Y cuando reciben estos como boletos para venir aquí a este aeropuerto, ¿como ustedes tienen que pagar por el boleto o alguien del gobierno lo paga?
Nosotros lo pagamos.
¿Y de dónde son ustedes?
Colombia.
De Colombia. ¿Y tuvieron que tener una entrevista cuando llegaron a la inmigración para decir, ya estamos aquí para buscar mejor futuro, para buscar
La
asilo?
razón por la cual ingresamos al país. Hay que justificársela ante un juez de migración.
Entonces, ¿qué fue su justificación?
La justificación de nosotros por la cual ingresamos fue por discriminación de género. Somos pareja.
Ok. Ustedes son gay, dijeron.
Somos
Tenían.
esposos y pues por temas de discriminación en el país, ¿sí? Y pues por falta de protección. Entonces eso decidimos migrar.
En Colombia le hace mucho bullying a...
Por así decirlo, sí.
Qué interesante que ustedes podrían justificarlo diciendo eso, que pareja gay y ahora pueden entrar aquí en los Estados Unidos. The reason for coming here to the United States is because in Colombia they were being discriminated for being a gay couple, and they are here in the United States, and that was their reason for seeking asylum. And that's what the immigration lawyer said. They were able to come here because they're being discriminated for being a gay couple in Colombia.
Thank you so much for watching. Please.
Okay. So there was LGTV over there, and there was, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys give that you guys give more I guess slack to that? You know, they was over there, you know, trying to bussy it down, and them folks caught him and they was trying to get him up out of there, and now Hurricane said Hurricane said, no mercy. I don't care about all that, man. You better sneak and do that, bussy. Oh man, crazy work, man. Boo. So yeah, man. So far, man, with the migrant crisis or the illegal immigrant crisis, to be honest, because they try to, you know, sugarcoat the word with the migrants. Basically, we've got New York took down, Chicago's still kind of fighting, and then it's looking like it's on the way to being took down. And I don't know what cities are next, but yeah, I'm glad Atlanta is not a sanctuary city, because it would not be great. It would be so ugly, man. Imagine me, like, I'm walking down the street and I see illegal immigrants. That would be crazy, bro. Oh, Prince of Poverty say Seattle got it bad too. Oh my God, that's, man. So you got rain, you got stank, you got wet smelling migrants. It's ugly, super ugly, man. Super ugly, man. But yeah, man, that's about it for the video right there, man. I'm probably gonna do some more, man. Keep on, you know, just jumping on the migrant situation. It's also some stuff with Orlando Brown I want to cover, and some other thing. I want to talk about the Monique situation as well. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all being in here, man. Everybody who stepped in and out, everybody who stayed the whole way, everybody who might have came in and you know, left. But yeah, man, if you're rewatching and all that kind of stuff, oh man, St. Louis, DC, and Detroit. Oh, it's ugly. It's ugly, man. That's ugly. And that's a bad thing, man. These are all places where black people congregate the most. But they're in here running around here giving these people all these free gifts. Crazy. Crazy, man. It's I don't know. I feel like something's gonna happen. People are gonna get tired. I don't know what group of people are gonna get tired first, but I don't know. We'll see. Will black people be the first to get tired, or will it be the whites that get tired first? I mean, so far the whites have not property, as we can see with most of these whites that are questioned about it. They are kind of like, oh yeah, we need more workers. Like, yeah, I'm insulated. The people that don't want to work, I'm okay. My job is okay. So like things are okay. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. Yeah. What do you guys think would happen if black people decided to you know, go physically do something about it? Do you think the government would get right? That gets them straightened? Do you think the government would be like, man, we going hard. We gonna hit y'all with the Tiananmen Square or whatever, like in China, where the people protested and they gunned them all down? What y'all think? But oh yeah, that convoy, it was like, I